Hi guys, I have a book review for you today. This time of Melissa de la Cruz's Masquerade, the second book in her Blue Blood series. First of all, I want to say I love this cover. It's very mysterious and it drew me in and made me not want to put down the book. It made me want to know why bother wearing a mask when a society of vampires basically knows who you are already, for the most part. It picks up with Skylar and Oliver in Venice searching for Skylar's grandfather. And that's not a spoiler, it says it right in the first page and also in the last book, in the first book, and also on the back of this book. I think, for the most part, it does. Um, this book was medium paced. I was expecting it to be a bit faster and have a bit more action than it did. But it's a character building book as far as the introduction of Skylar's grandfather and a few other new characters, as well as building the characters up that have already been introduced, building their personalities up. The plot was fantastic. It keeps you turning the pages. It kept me awake at night wanting to read it. It is mysterious yet elusive. I think that's the right word. It keeps you guessing. When you think you figured something out, you haven't. When you think they've answered a question completely, they haven't. In fact, so much so that a lot of the questions from the first book were still open-endedly answered in this book, so you're still waiting for answers while new questions are introduced. The biggest question, and this is a little bit of a spoiler for those who haven't read the book, but I'm gonna say the question and not answer it because I don't know the answer yet. But the question that they leave you at the end of this book is basically, who is Skylar's mysterious sister? Along with, of course, who is truly the Silver Blood? But the biggest question I found that was unanswered is Skylar's sister. Um, Again, I give it 4 stars. I love the cover. Read it, borrow it. If you haven't read it, if you haven't read the first book, borrow it from a friend, buy it, get it off a swap site. If you've read the first book but haven't read this book, read it, borrow it from a friend that has it, or buy it, or find it on a swap site. I give it 4 stars again. I think I've said that 3 times now. The next book I'm going to read is the third edition of her Blue Blood series, Revelations. And then that'll be followed by the fourth book, The Van Allen Legacy. And I will be getting the fifth book when it comes out. I'm not too sure when that is. I believe it's this fall. There's no preview for it. So, yeah. Again, I finished Masquerade. I'm going to be reading Revelations, followed by The Van Allen Legacy. So look for reviews on them shortly. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to read next. I'm hoping to find a short book in my to read pile because I am going to be getting my pre-order soon. My camera keeps on moving. I'm sorry. I will be getting my pre-order soon, and as soon as I get those, I will do a reveal video, and I will be putting down whatever I'm currently reading to read one of those because my sister's boyfriend is reading a series that I'm reading and borrowing my books, so I have to read one of those read one of those books before I finish whatever I'm currently reading. Anyway, again, look for reviews on Revelations and the Van Allen Legacy soon, hopefully. And I will see you again.